They're thinking now about getting into the voter registration business, but some lawmakers say they should get their act together with cars and drivers first. Tonight, some Republican lawmakers say we need to pump the brakes on a motor voter plan in Connecticut. We're glad you're here, everybody. I'm Darren Kramer.
I'm Ann Nyberg. The plan is to have Connecticut's motor voter program up and running in the next few years. Some Republicans say with all the recent problems at the DMV, the last thing they should do is take on even more responsibility. News 8's Bob Wilson reports live from Hartford.
Yeah, and it's not only lawmakers, but people we talked to on the street said, you know what, have you been to DMV? Have you sat in the 4-hour lines? A lot of anger, a lot of frustration, even just a snap judgment. As soon as you say DMV, people very upset, and they're not happy to hear that motor voter may add more responsibilities to their plate.
There are plenty of angry people at DMV for lost documents, temporarily closed offices, 4-hour-long lines like this one here in Hamden. So should motor vehicle be given more responsibility?
They have their hands full. They're too busy.
I think DMV needs to concentrate on what DMV is supposed to be concentrating on.
The Secretary of State, Denise Merrill, has signed a memorandum of understanding with DMV to computerize voter registration. She says the federal government has mandated that people be able to immediately register when they get their license and registration.
We are currently facing the possibility of a lawsuit from the Department of Justice, and I will do everything I can to make sure Connecticut's complying with the law.
Republican leadership today said, wait, not so fast. You can't pile onto a broken system.
The DMV cannot handle more in the area of motor voter programs because they can't even get their own house in order.
We don't need any more nightmares in the implementation of the system.
The Secretary of the State's office says it's not like they're going to flip a switch and have it up and running tomorrow. It's over a 2-year period that they will look to implement this. That means going to other states that have this system who have implemented successfully and figure out what they've done. They say they know DMV has had its problems, but they figure they can work with this in the next 2 years to get the motor voter here in Connecticut.
That's no excuse, and I think we absolutely should be doing it. It's cheaper, it's more cost-effective, it's more efficient, and it helps voters.
Connecticut is currently third worst in the nation behind Mississippi and Alabama. Merrill says with the record number of new voters registering for the last primary, Connecticut can do better.
Usually we're on the good list everywhere else, and I want to make sure that the motor voter law is properly enforced and that people get the opportunity to register to vote when they're doing their driver's license.
Right now, you can get a piece of paper, a form, you can fill it out and then mail it back in. That's how it works currently at DMV. This would be more of an instant, a computerized thing. Many other states are doing it. And the Secretary of the State, as you heard there, saying, this is not an excuse, guys. Everybody else is doing it. We're Connecticut. We can do it as well. I'm Bob Wilson, reporting live at the Capitol, News 8.